How we doing? All right, we're gonna be doing your August weekly from the 10th to the 16th. See what we got going on for you guys. All right, we're using the Shadow and Light Oracle deck. All right, let's get into it. What do we got going on for the Geminis this week? Ooh, we have solution and problem. So you may be needing to find a solution to a problem, or maybe you're creating a problem that you shouldn't have needed a solution for. Take that however it resonates. But the number is 19. So I feel like it's pushing to an end, maybe restarting. And this could be really just maybe you're getting some higher guidance. Been dealing with a problem for a while and you're like, I need something. I need a solution. I need an answer. Let's see what tarot's got to tell us. I feel like every time I do that night, that you can hear everything in the background. So, all right. I'm definitely walking away from something, especially if it keeps you like in your anxiety. It's got you crying, a little upset, stressed out, maybe. All right. That came out real fast. What is that? I believe Taurus just got that. So you could be dealing with a Taurus. You're going to have it in your chart. I feel like you're getting clarity sometime this week. You know, it's probably something that's kind of held you back. Something that you weren't really quite sure about. It's going to be about a love situation. Especially with that Two of Cups right there. I don't know what that is. You know, maybe you feel like you've been making like slow progress. It's kind of steady. It's slow. Feels a little grounding. But it's not really moving too fast. Ooh, a lot of pentacles. You need one more. There we go. I think you're undecided on where to give right now, or undecided on whether or not you're willing to give or receive any type of energy. You know, it might be because you're trying to find a path, some kind of healing path. I'm wondering if this is going to even be a healing path, whatever this journey is you're on right now. You know, this could be about home, family life, that Ten of Pentacles there. But I feel like you're definitely undecided right now. You know, this could be you undecided about whether or not you feel like a relationship is giving enough to you, or if you're giving enough to them, if it's open, if it's caring, if it's supportive type of energy, you know. And I feel like you're just kind of like looking up to the spirit and being like, I need help, guide me, you know. And I think that you're going to get your answer, especially with that Ace of Swords. It's kind of like, I love how it's pointed to the sky also, but it's also pointed towards this Knight of Pentacles. And I feel like whatever open clarity you're going to get, or whatever answer you're going to get, it's it's like opening some kind of path for you this week. It's slow, but it's grounded and it's steady and it shows up. But you're kind of like in this fearful type of place, or this place of unknowing about whether or not an offer is going to come in, or whether or not it's going to be a strong enough type of offer, especially with this Page of Pentacles. It's kind of like a message, but with no real action behind it. And it might have you in this place of like, I'm not really sure. But I feel like you're starting to open up, especially with that Two of Cups and this Page of Cups. You know, it's could be you opening up to the idea, or you embracing it. You know, this could be you getting creative. But I feel like that Two of Cups, kind of like, it's a really feel good type of energy, especially if it's somebody that meets you at that energy. And it might be something that you can play with, especially with that Page of Cups there. But I feel like it's really going to take some willpower. It's going to take some action. And this might be like kind of a quick aha type of moment is what I really feel like. It's going to hit you when you don't, like, when you're not really thinking about it type of moments. So, whatever problem you're facing this week, whether it's really love or whether it's just, it's different for everybody. You know, I definitely see that you're going to hear some kind of answer this week, some kind of clarity. And it's kind of like gonna, I feel like with that moon card, it's really like unknowing and then kind of embracing it. I know that's a weird message, but I really like it, you know. But you have to get out of your indecisive way, you know. We have the Two of Swords. We also have the Two of Wands show up. We have the Two of Cups. Twos might be super important, especially with threes. And then we have this chariot with one horse and one black horse. So I feel like it's also kind of balancing out that stability and being okay with it. All right, take that how it resonates, but I like it. Feels good. On the plus side, I do feel a love offer of some sort coming in this week, maybe next week. All right, let's get to our, I'm going to call it the weird little love section because it's really hard telling what's going to come out. Because not everything in this deck is all about love, even though it's supposed to be like a soulmate deck. But you might just be like guidance to get you to that point if you're looking. Mistaken. And every time I see a clock or an hourglass, I always feel like it's a timing issue, maybe. Oh, yep. There's an hourglass. A lot of mirrors. A lot of mirrors, Gemini. What do we got going on? Even though your heart longs for me, you realistically don't have time in your life for me right now. And I feel like it's about priorities. And wondering if you need to take a look in the mirror and really figure out if you're aligning your priorities correctly, if that makes sense. And then we have mistaken, which I feel like is a timing issue. I'm not the person who is in your life right now. Have you mistaken the wrong person for your soulmates? And I feel like when you're like super crushing on somebody or you're dealing with an ex or something, you're kind of like in this mind zone of like they're the ones, and you know, what if you are mistaken? What if that is your aha moments, you know? What if you're in denial about a situation and you need to take a step back and you need to really look in the mirror and be like, is this really what I'm wanting right now? What truth about yourself are you avoiding that could be interfering with your openness to love? So definitely maybe part of the solution to the problem is taking a look in that mirror. And then we have mastery. At this phase of my life, I'm focused on honing my craft and refining my skills that will help me fulfill my purpose. So maybe it's you trying to master something. And I feel like this is more about mastery over yourself than mastery over anything else. It's kind of a rough one. I'm sorry. All right. Here's my something different. We're going to see what's going on. We're going to get you one hard truth, see what happens. Some are mean, some are really nice. I don't know. We'll see. What is going on with the beautiful Geminis this week? I'm going to line out. Good vibes. You're surrounded by uplifting energy. Take this as a sign you are on a supported path to this greatest good. So if you're ever feeling down in the dumps, know that you're supported and you do have uplifting energy coming your way. All right. So feel like whatever problem you have going on is you're going to get an answer for it sometime this week, maybe next week. All right. Energy is fluid and timing runs on its own time. All right. Bye, Geminis. I'll see you later.